Alright, it's working. Wasn't sure if OBS and YouTube were going to get along there for a second. There was some weird shit going on. Okay, let's see. I got that going. Got that going. Let's get some tunes going. Where are my tunes? I'll have to make sure that's not too loud too later. Too low. Too low. Pop out the jet. Okay. Got that and that. Okay, I don't think the music's too loud. Seems okay according to the levels. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I'm in the BC map. Yep. And I just went over to the new area. There's two in this one. So I'm scouting it out. I got most of the jobs done in the first map. I do not recognize that vehicle there. That must be one you find somewhere here. Yeah. Alright, let's see. I don't know which of these jobs I already found. Let's go back this way, down here. Get down to this watchtower here. Oh, there's this trailer store, that's nice. Be nice if there was a garage in here, but just want to make sure it's not too loud. It does seem kind of loud. Let's see. Audio. Let's try that. That's still pretty loud. Turned up the bright too, because I figure when it's dark out you guys can't see anything. It's a little better. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn it down just a smidge more, because if I'm talking and you guys won't be able to hear a damn thing I'm saying. I'm usually pretty low anyways. I don't know, the levels still show, well, I guess it's better. Seems almost as loud to me. It's gonna do a little bit more. Where's the volume on this? Crank this one up a smidge. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's okay. Okay, shrink that so I can see what's going on. Okay, I'm done. I'm done fucking around. Alright, so yeah, I'm just scouting this place out. Find out where all the jobs are and all that kind of shit. This thing is the best scout in the game, by far. It's not great on ice, but I mean, lots of vehicles aren't. It doesn't have a lot of, or I don't think it has any tire options, it just has the tires it comes with, but it gets through pretty much anything. And because it's a scout, if it tips over, you can still tip it up if you have the scout winch. Its turn radius is not great, but it's not bad. It's also quite powerful. You can tow, like it doesn't have a winch, or a tow point, or a trailer hitch. So you can't attach trailers to it, but it does have the winch, so you can winch stuff. And I mean, I've pulled huge vehicles out of bogs and pretty much any trailer you want. It's a really great little machine, and it has a great fuel economy and lots of supplies and shit. I think I had some crazy. There was an achievement I got for crossing like 3 different maps without refueling or something with it once. It just popped up. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize that was a thing. But it's also kind of on the narrow side, so you can go cross country with it, driving between trees and stuff pretty easily compared to a lot of vehicles. It's a lot easier to get around compared to most, and certainly better than any other scout, because a lot of the scouts just suck. They're terrible for getting around. So this guy must be part of a mission somewhere. Yeah, it didn't say it found a trailer, so it's obviously part of a job. Come up at some later point. And you find these ones in the game. Can't remember what they're called. But they're, yeah, so you find 2 in the game, and once you get it, you basically never go back. It's just, I use this thing as my scout all the time. It's not great in deep water. That's the other pitfall. I'm not exactly sure where the air intake is, but it's fairly low. And there's no snorkel option, so. But yeah, even given limitations, it's fairly hard to tip it over. It goes through. I mean, it's one of the best vehicles in the game for getting through almost any terrain. I think the only place I've ever been really screwed is at, I think it was in the Amur maps there. Some of those, they have these icy, chunky areas you gotta go through. It's like slushy, watery ice. And pretty much everything gets stuck in there, and this guy was no different. He just kind of got in there, and then you just have 0 grip. And you know, that was probably the worst map of the bunch I've run into so far. There's areas you can get into, and there's like nothing to winch onto, and it's just, ugh. Oh, here's a truck. I think I've already got one of these. What's it gonna say? I found it. Can I change to it? I doubt it. Oh, I can too. Do I want to pop him back to the base? Usually that's what I do, but if there's a garage on this map somewhere, we're gonna leave him there for now. I might use him. for a job if I need it or something. He might come in handy, so I'm just going to leave him here. Otherwise I have to drive him all the way here from wherever. The other map. And now that I found him, I can always just jump into him and pop him back to the garage. And I will eventually. I'll pop him back there and I'll give him all the latest upgrades and bullshit. Okay, I need to get up there. I don't see an easy way to do it on this side here. Looks up here there might be something, so I'm going to keep following the road and there might be a way around here. The towers help if you've never played this game. They they let you visualize or see a large area of the map. It takes away a lot of the fog. You can see you know, missions, upgrades, whatever's out there. Roads. Yeah, there's gotta be a way up over here. That looks promising. That's an actual, that's a road. Really? It doesn't look like a fucking road. Oh, that does. Okay. I was looking at this little creaky thing here, but let's see what we got. So there's a mud pit. If this guy's having trouble getting through this, almost every other vehicle in the game will have a nightmare job getting up this road through that bit back there. But he just kind of pushes on through. Yeah, yeah. You've got to get one of these as soon as you can. And like I said, there's 2 in the game, 2 different maps. You come across them, you can find them. The only thing I'd really like more, oh, and that happens quite a bit with him for some reason. Yes, gotta be the way. Road's not closed to me. Brings back memories. I wonder how deep that is. Let's try going up on the rocks. We used to have a Willys Jeep. If you ever seen the road, there's like the World War II, you know, MASH type Jeeps. Military, we had one of those. It was great. I drove that thing everywhere when I was a kid. Had a lot of fun. Didn't have a roll cage, roll bar, a winch. I got stuck twice in bogs. Got in there right up to the axles. I couldn't. Yeah, it was not good. I got stuck in this nature reserve. I went off-road through a swamp, and I got out in the middle, and that was it. It was dug in there, and I couldn't get out. It was not good. So I had to... Oh, look, an upgrade. Great. I had to leave it, walk home, and we came back, and I was going to try and get it out, and the gate was closed on the reserve. I was like, that's weird. They never close it. I guess the ranger was out, and he saw it out there, and he closed up the gates, and we're like, oh shit. But the hinges on this big gate were such if you could lift the gate off of the hinge, and it was a big thing, right? So we brought the tractor out there, the front loader, and we lifted the gate off, and went in, pulled out the Jeep, and then closed. We put the gate back on the hinges. And then, I don't know, it was weeks later, I'm going down, there's a park there too, right, on the opposite side of the highway, and I was going to school or something, and this Ranger vehicle was following me, and it's a slower ride, it's an Army Jeep, so it doesn't go, like, super fast, so I kept pulling over more, and I was waving the guy, like, okay, if you can pass me now, like, fuck, I know you want to keep going, and he just kept, you know, I was slowing down, he was slowing down, I was like, uh-oh, what's going on here? Mac defense. Yeah, I don't think I have that. Interesting. And so yeah, we eventually stop, and this park ranger gets out, and I'm like, uh oh, what's this about? And he comes over, and he just chatted me up. He was like, so were you the one that was stuck over there? And I was like, yeah, that was me. And he's like, how did you get out? So I told him. And he didn't seem to care. He just thought it was funny. Like, he wanted to talk about the vehicle and stuff. He was a good guy. But, yeah, it was that. I got stuck, and I got stuck in the sandhills up by Bruderheim here in Alberta, too. Same thing. Got into some wet sand, and it dug down, and that was it. You're hung up on the ground. No grip. I tried a bunch of stuff, couldn't get out. Left it, had to get that towed to pull it out. I used to drive that thing to school, and because it's military Jeep, there's no key in that thing. It was like there's a little switch that turns the power on and off, and then there was I think that one had a button on the floor you had to push with your foot to turn the starter, to get this thing started. So you just turn it on, right? Like it's like turning on the ignition, but instead of turning the key, you know, to turn the ignition, there was a button on the floor to do that part. And you would push it down to turn it over. Oh shit, there we go. Oh, we're good. So there was a fuel shutoff valve in the engine, so I take it to school. And the other thing too, it had 2 gears. There was one for high and low gear, and then the other one was just for shifting through, you know, like first, second, third, fourth, maybe I think it had, and reverse. For that first one, you had to be stopped, and then the front hubs could be locked too. And I think you could disconnect them. Or maybe that's what that did. I don't know. So anyway, I put everything in like neutral, put on the emergency brake, and get under the hood, you know, turn the thing off and everything so they can't start, and then get under the hood, and I turn there was a little, like the fuel shut off. Because I figured if anybody gets in here, right, like there's no doors to lock. It had the fabric doors, when you had the top on. It's your typical, you know, old military looking Jeep. And yeah, so I turn off the fuel. So I never had an issue with it. Nobody ever tried to steal it, but I was always paranoid. So I turned that off. So if anybody did manage to get in there and figure out how it worked, they wouldn't get too far before it ran out of fuel in the line. Yeah, seriously? I guess it didn't do a lot of damage. But yeah, let's go this way. But yeah, that thing was, I had a lot of fun in that. Where's this road go? Okay. What the? What's this over here? Am I going this way? What the hell? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, in the winter, we planted a bunch of evergreens along the outside of I grew up on a farm, and the whole, well, two sides of it were like rows of this, like evergreens, that you could drive down between, because they weren't very big yet at that point. Now I'm thinking out there you probably wouldn't be able to drive between them. There's probably no room, but back then there was. But yeah, between, so in the winter, because the snow would blow through there, you'd get these weird, it was like every space between the trees there was like a wave of snow. So if you drove down between them and you got some speed going, you just plow through these things, bang, 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 the snow. It's fun. And that thing would spin around. Oh, so fucking dangerous. If you were on ice and you started to, you know, lose it at all, the thing would just it would just go. You do like, I do 360s and stuff. Fuck. Okay, well I'm not driving out there with this. That's probably way too deep. But where are we? I need to confiscated truck. Oops. Fuck off. How did I get here? Here. Okay, let's try going down here. I want to see what this is about. Alright, you want to go that way? Then we'll go that way. Seriously. What the hell is wrong with... That is so irritating. I think I saw a service center there somewhere. When you get to one of those, it'll refill your... It'll fix everything if you drive over it, and it'll refill if you have, like I do here, repair supplies. It restocks all that stuff. Let's repair that. Getting a little low on fuel too, but shouldn't be a problem. I think I saw a fuel station somewhere on this map too. So normally you don't break stuff like your engine or your suspension in this game unless you're going full out with whatever your vehicle is. It doesn't matter if you're actually going fast or not. It's just if you're going full speed for whatever it is you're in, and you hit stuff sometimes, you'll do damage. That's one of those... I think you get one of those in the very first map. The very first area. It's like your first truck. If that's what it is. It looks like it. The front looks a little... No, that's gotta be it. Oh, so I don't get that one. Yeah. Alright, where are we at? Let's try and get to this one. So we want to get around the mountains here. I hate how it... Sometimes it grabs the map and does weird shit when I'm laying down a path. Or it, yeah, it does that, jumps around. Kind of annoying. Actually no, let's go down this way. Should be able to get through there. Actually, that upper path probably a lot easier. Let's go up there. That's fuel, right? I think that is. Let's stop there. Oh, there's a service hub. Let's go up there. and then we'll see about where we want to go from there. Let's refuel. Yeah, it doesn't carry a ton of fuel, but like I said, you can get pretty much almost anywhere pretty far in the game with this vehicle. It'd be cool to have one of these in real life, except it's a little bouncy. And it probably doesn't go very fast, so, you know, driving around town and stuff might be a little, I don't know. I also can't see out the back window because there is no back window. So visibility is limited, or even if you want to look right, I guess you could kind of see out the side there, those little side windows further back. You really got to be careful about, like what I just drove over there. Curbs and weird physical, like the really solid structures that are built in the game. You run over those at any speed, and bad things happen big time. Good turn. Well, that's the other nice thing about this. The engine is in the back. Most vehicles, when you bump into something, like your bumper bumps into something, so you don't want huge bumpers on anything in this game. I always, because a lot of them have options for bumpers, and I'll go and I'll look and I'll see if there's an option to get a bumper that's as high up as possible and as recessed as possible. I don't care what it looks like, it gives you a little extra safety, because those bumpers, if they hit stuff, your engine takes damage. And it's really stupid, but that's the way it works. But yeah, this guy's got his engine in the back. I mean, if you back into something, you'll take engine damage, but it's more likely you'll run into stuff going forward. But with this guy, yeah, he just kind of runs up because he's got like a turned up nose there. You can run right up a tree almost. Flip yourself over backwards. But no damage, so that's nice. Because a lot of the vehicles, yeah, it doesn't take much. You don't have to be going very fast. You just tap into something and bang, get some engine damage. Alright, that was easy. Some gas. Alright. Let's go replace our repair supplies over at the service hub here. Yeah, hate that. When your camera itself rides over a building, sometimes you'll get weird shit going on. It throws you up in the air, and your camera, that is. Or you'll be looking straight down on your vehicle, and then as soon as you're past the building, boof, you're back down on the ground. It can be really disorientating. Okay, so this should automatically refill. There we go. Restocked. Alright, where are we? Oh, alright, we're not getting to that from here. Looks like there's an island here, so I might be able to get there. Actually, I'd have to go through the woods. I don't think it looks like I can do that. Alright, screw that. Let's head up this way. I have to grab this. I want to repair all the bridges I can anyway. So I want to grab that job. What is that over there? Oh, that's this. Alright. Back in business. Sometimes this game makes me want to play some American or Euro Truck Driver. Although, I don't know, I mean, I was really addicted to both of those games for a while, and now they just seem kind of boring. They're not super challenging anymore, I guess. I don't know. I've got like hundreds of trucks and lots of garages in them. Alright. Let's see if we can get over this down there. We should be able to. And then, get over this way. We'll check out these jobs here. We'll make sure we get them. Oh, there's a truck here too. Good, we can grab that. Might even be able to pull it out with this. Probably could. Grab some more fuel at that fuel station. This map has been kind of, the BC one's been rather relaxing. I think the one just before this was too. Was that Ontario? Wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's just that, I think at the Amber one, oh my god, it's just 4 huge maps, all in winter biomes, and it's just, ugh. So many areas where you can get really stuck. Come on, you can do it. Just don't want that engine to get... Okay, good. Sometimes the back end gets under the water, you start taking engine damage. Yeah, I missed that Jeep. I actually learned how to drive on a 49 Chev. A big blue 49 Chev truck. That was fun. And then after that was the 69 Buick and a 79 Diesel Rabbit. Or some of the vehicles he's driving. There was the Toyotas, Corollas. I think there was 87 or something. My dad actually drove that one into a ditch on the way home one day. He used to work 3 jobs. He was a cop, ran a security company, and then had the farm on top of everything else. And yeah, he fell asleep on the way home one day and went in the ditch, wrecked the car. But we bought another one. Same thing. Those Corollas are great. Toyotas are pretty decent vehicles. Now, are these trailers I can do anything with? No. Didn't say I found them. Sometimes you'll get like points for finding trailers and stuff. Like maybe this one over here. I'm already maxed out, so it won't do anything for me. Yeah, like that. So this one is one that I can keep and sell. Those other two must be part of missions. I'll lose those as soon as the mission's done. Okay, that's one that I've already started. Oh, that one too. Never pass up an opportunity to fuel up. Okay, is there any other jobs in the immediate area? This one here. And then I want to figure out how to get out. Probably go up this way. And we'll see if we can get over to this guy and check him out. And I might tow him to the road or even to his finish spot if it's something easy or close. But right now my main mission here is just finding all the jobs, exploring the map. Yeah, been here already. Yeah, it would be nice if I could pull a little further away from the vehicle. Like you can, you know, zoom in and zoom out. This is as far out as I can go. Maybe it would make it too easy in some cases to see terrain around you a little bit better. I don't know. Yeah, and I'm playing it with an Xbox controller on my PC. Oh, these are some nice rocks. Let's see if we can get through here. I mean, I'm in here with this thing, so maybe I will try and pull him out. Oh yeah, he's one you get to keep. He's in one of the title pictures for this map. Oh, I'm gonna have to hit that thing behind him there to get the job, I think, unless I've already got it, but let's see what we can see here. We'll back in there. See, this thing looks small, and then you get it next to another vehicle like that thing, and you can see, like, this thing's pretty fucking big. Because I think there is... Where's that repair place? Don't tell me... Oh, it's way over there. Service hub. Ugh. Let's have a look at that one. Confiscate a truck. Now this is... stuck. Why am I not seeing it? Unless it's named something else. Yeah, there you go. Why would it be called stuck truck here and over here it's long distance haul? Fuck. Where does he want me to take it? Fix and fuel up the truck. Is that it? I just have to fix and fuel it up? Or is there like a lot more to this map? Oh, actually pretty Ah, it's pretty big over here. But I don't see there's no spot to take it. So I guess that's the mission, just fill it up and fix it. Alright, well I'll tow it to the gas station anyway. Then I'll bring in a repair vehicle and do them up. That might be an easier way to go. If it's not too deep, that is. Yeah, I just find the Xbox controller a lot easier to deal with things on this game than the mouse and keyboard. My brother likes the mouse and keyboard. But, I don't know, I told him, because he has some issues with some things, and I'm like, you know, it's a lot easier with the with the controller. Crap. I need to go that way. Can I drive over these? I can't? Okay. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Why? Why would you do that? Alright, buddy. Come with me. Yeah, all 8 tires spinning on the pavement. I wonder if this guy's got a bunch of flats or something. No, it looks okay. That's the only thing with a lot of these vehicles, sometimes they turn really slow. So, you know, you're turning one way and then all of a sudden you gotta turn the other way. It's like turn the fucking wheel, turn it. Alright. Turn on the other... Can I change to that vehicle? No. Refuel... Oh good, he can be... Why is it, The fuck off. That was weird. Okay. There we go, he's all filled up. Disconnect him. Okay, so now he just needs repairs and we can do that later. Let's head down the road here. Actually, screw that. Let's go this way. Try and get up to that guy. is it? Yeah. Oop, fuck me, Jesus. I look away for half a second and it's like driving off the road. Just like real life. Except I don't do that in real life. I don't know how people can be staring at their phones all the time while they're driving around. It's just a moment in attention could have fucked me so many times. I've seen people cross roads, not even look. They're looking at their cell phones, and it's like, oh, I saw that the other day. There was a dude, he crossed against the light, and he didn't even realize it till he was halfway across the road and saw a car coming, who had to slow down, stop almost. Well, I think he did stop. And then he kind of ran across the road, but it was like, dude, like, was it that important that your face be stuck in your phone as you're like walking across the road? You could have died. Somebody could have fucking hit you. You've been laid up in the hospital for the rest of your life. You know, quadriplegic or something. Like, I don't get it. I guess, I don't know. I grew up when there wasn't cell phones. I mean, we had a, which was even weird at the time, but I mean, it was, you know, you're out in the country. We had a rotary phone, and it was a party line, which means everybody on the road, I think there were five families down that road, 5 different farms, all shared the same phone line. So when you picked up the phone, if you heard somebody talking, like they were already in a conversation, you'd hang up, right? Because you don't have to be a rude asshole and listen in on somebody's conversation. But yeah, your privacy was kind of eh. And we had one phone in the house, and that was it, just right in the middle of the fucking place. There was a little girl, our neighbor actually had this little girl, and she was caught a few times. I don't know how, maybe she said stuff or something, but she was listening in on people's conversations. I usually use this guy for these kind of races and stuff too. He's not the fastest vehicle, but because he doesn't get stuck, he ends up sometimes he gets a lot of the golds. You get a gold, bronze, or silver if you complete, depending on how fast you complete those missions. But where other vehicles can go really fast, they get bogged down real easy. This guy does not. So he just kind of pushes through stuff that would otherwise hold them up a long time. And he ends up finishing quicker. It's like that turtle and the rabbit race story. Almost. But yeah, I don't know if I'm dating myself saying a lot of this stuff, but I mean, yeah, it's just, there's a lot missing, and I'm glad I grew up in the country too, because it just gives you a different perspective on things. And I had a lot of fun back then. I don't know if you've ever been to a park or not, if you've just lived in the city your whole life, but you know, you get that, everything smells better, fresher, cleaner, and then it just smells great. You know, mornings and stuff after storms and rain, and it's just, it's gone in the city. It's just not there. It's not the same. Can I even get over there from here? Oh. Well, shit. Let's go back. Didn't even see that. Yeah, I used to walk a lot. I guess, cause I mean, full disclosure, I was bored a lot of the time. And when I was younger, I would go for a lot of walks through the woods. There was tons of places to go. You'd find like cars from the 40s and stuff, or really old houses, and these old hidden roads and things. It was great out there. Meadows, creeks, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. Never once had an issue with an animal, ever. And I mean, apparently there were bears and cougars and stuff around, but I never ever saw one. I think the worst thing I ever saw was a coyote. and they were scared to death of people. So porcupines and skunks and things. Don't think I've seen porcupines. There was there was one. Actually, no, that wasn't a porcupine. That was a beaver. So we had a house up on a hill, and you could see around like most of the farm. And one day we see this something off in the distance in the far end of the field, moseying along, and it's like, what the fuck is that thing? So me and my brother, I jump in the truck and we go out there to check him out, and it's this massive fucking beaver. He must have been as big as a Rottweiler. I've never seen a beaver that big, ever. This sounds like a giggity moment. Giant furry beaver, and it was. But yeah, so we're kind of slowly following him, and then he turns around, and he comes back like towards us, and he stands up and he's looking at us over the hood of the fucking vehicle. This truck, it's a farm truck, a 3/4 ton farm truck. This beaver stand up on his hind legs, haunches, and he's looking at us over the hood, and it's like, holy shit, he was huge. I still can't believe beavers get that big. It's just like, wow. But yeah. I had a lot of fun out there. I've been caught out in the rain. Fuck, that was fun. Like as far away as you can get from the house. I was out there on our property, and then this fucking storm rolls in. Thunderstorm, good one, right? So I didn't want to head across the field, the open field, because there was lightning and thunder, and I was like, holy shit. They say you're not supposed to hide under trees and stuff, but I mean, I don't know how old I was. Yeah, I should be able to get there from here. So I'm walking along the tree line heading back home. There was a lot of trees, but it wasn't just like a single row or anything. It's a big bunch of trees along the property edge. And yeah, by the time I got home, yeah, I was soaked all the way. There was no dry area anywhere on me. Let's see. Let's go this way. Then we'll head back. The only other time I got that wet was, well, my clothes that is, but was during the '87 tornado we had here in Edmonton. I was in town that day, going to university. I was in grade 10, but it was they had this. Actually, I could probably go that way. Where am I going? Where's the? Oh, it's back there. Okay. They had this. It was like a trial thing. You go to university and you could try it for 2 weeks, and you try different courses and stuff. It was kind of fun. But right on the final day, it was the last day, and I was all the way across campus at the U of A, and it was just pouring rain. And me and a buddy were running back to what the hell was it called? Lister Hall. That's where we were staying. And I mean, the roads were flooded, and I remember I stabbed myself in the leg because I had a pen or a pencil in my pocket, and I was jumping over. I don't know what the hell it was. There was a barricade somewhere, and I jumped over that, and it was like, oh shit! Jammed this pen that was in my pocket right in my leg, and yeah. By the time we got back again, I was soaked. I was just totally soaked. It was just coming down like crazy. And there's this mall, Hub Mall. It has a glass roof, and we were cutting through there, and there was hail, and you could just it was loud, super loud, hitting the roof in there. And like I said, it was just pouring, and this friend of mine, he opened the door, because we got the other end, right? He opened the door, we were going to go out and run across and, get back outside and start running along. He opened the door, stuck his head out, he didn't even get wet, but a big fucking hailstone hit him in the head. I don't know, I shouldn't laugh, but it was funny at the time. It just didn't even get wet, just nailed by this big fucking hailstone. Just considering the amount of rain there was, that was weird. That yeah. And then later, because we were at the so we got back to Lister Hall and we're hearing about there's this tornadoes all over the place. Tornadoes. There was like a bunch of tornadoes, and because nobody really knew what was going on. And if you don't know, there was we had I don't know what it is, one of the biggest tornadoes you can get anyway. Ripped through the east end of town, tore up a little bit of the industrial area, and then went through a trailer park and killed a bunch of people and just wiped out tons of stuff. I don't think I want to go down there. And my dad was a cop, and yeah, he had to deal with that. He was one of the guys that had to go out to the trailer park and help, and all the EMS and fire and everybody was out there digging through what was left to find people. I think there was pictures of it from the air too. You could see the path it took. And I worked with a lady later in the late 90s, and she said she was working at a place in the industrial area town there on the east end, and she said, yeah, you could see the tornado coming, and they were in a warehouse or something. She said you could see it coming, and it went up and over them, like it pulled up off the ground and came back down somewhere on the other side. She said, yeah, that was something. Lots of fun. My mom would always hide in the basement when there was tornado warnings and stuff. I never did. I wanted to go outside and see what's coming. I don't want to be sitting in the basement listening to the damn radio without any windows, wondering what's going on, and frankly being bored. And I don't know. I mean, the clouds look. It's awesome. I'd rather be outside. Plus, I can see. We're up on the hill there. You can see everything. You know what's coming. But we had a lot of weird weather that year. Yeah, that was fun. And I like storms. I like blizzards too. That Jeep, man, when we'd have like massive snowstorms, big, the huge fluffy flakes, and I'd get out there, I'd be fucking driving around. Let's try going here first. Yeah, when I moved to the city to go to university, actually, I remember it was because I'm used to doing like chores and stuff on the farm. I was never like the huge beefy guy, but I mean, I don't know. You're just a lot stronger than you are. People who aren't, I guess, used to doing that stuff. And you don't really appreciate it till after. But yeah, I moved to the city. I remember just being super stir crazy. I guess just tons of energy and nowhere to spend it. Like, because there's nothing to do. You're sitting around all the time. Just, ugh. Before we go there, I just want to check out whatever that is. I don't think that's a job. It's probably just a warehouse, but it's still good to have it on here. That could be a bit of a bog. I don't know. We'll see. There's another trailer. Oh, okay. It's a trailer store. Awesome. But besides that, it's there's I don't know, a smell. Like, I don't notice it anymore. I've lived in the city for I don't know how long now, decades. I work here and stuff. Everything's here. That's where my job is and stuff. Oh, there's a garage right there. Fucking A. Perfect. Okay, so we have to upgrade this garage a little bit. That's okay. I see a gas station there too, I think. Yeah. I'll try and grab this watchtower. Wow, there's a lot of map here. Holy shit. This is a big one. Oh, okay, this gas station still filled me up. That's good. But yeah, and the other thing, because I did try, going for runs and stuff, because, like I said, stir crazy, lots of energy. And I found running on pavement was really, really, really hard on the body, the feet especially, but everything. In the country, I mean, we had a dugout 18 feet deep, and it was about a mile or half mile or something from the house, and I used to walk down there every day because it was one of my things I had to do. Take a cup of fish food, because we had fish in there, trout, and I'd dump it in, not all at once. I'd walk around the outside, and okay, yeah, we'll keep going to the right here. And then I'd sprint back up to the house. It was it used to be a slough pond, whatever you want to call it. At some point there, my dad had brought in like these bulldozers and stuff, and they cleared out the entire property with all these formerly really cool, little. It was like, okay, so there's lots of farming area, right, where you can drive the tractors and farm, and then there were these patches of trees and stuff with like sloughs and stuff in the middle, and some of them were big, and I mean it was nice. Oh, here we go. Here's some hard to get through stuff. Lots of really cool stuff. It was really fun to walk through. Can I change this truck? No. Anyway, so we cleared all that. So this slough, yeah, down by the house was one of them, and plants workhorse. They didn't change that one either. It's not this. I did grab that mission, didn't I? No, I didn't. Stupid. Yeah, see, this one has the same name as what's there. Where are you supposed to go? It's another one of these repair jobs. And again, no delivery area. Well, we're gonna leave it there. It's close to this stuff. I can just tow it over here and get it fixed up and repaired and all that crap. I wonder if I can... I'm gonna go up there. Anyway, this slough had like a lot of peat moss on the bottom. So after it was cleared, yeah, I'd sprint along that, and it was the best thing I've ever run on. Like, I could get speed like wow, because it kind of like every step you take, you get a little bit of spring back. And it's better than anything I've ever run on, and that includes like cork tracks and stuff. It was I don't even know how to explain it. I was always a sprinter, so I love going fast. And yeah, I would just fly back. I actually used to win was the county track guy. I won everything, first place in everything for I think 2 years. And okay, there's something I'll need to do. There was a what was it? I timed myself. I was doing 11-second 100-meter dashes, runs, and I found out later gold medal at the Olympics was 10 seconds. I mean, I think I was 15. Yeah, I was in great shape when I was a kid. I'm not in bad shape now, but compared to then, yeah, I'm nowhere even close. Let's see, which side of this do I want to be on? So there's no point in going to this one, I guess, because everything around here is already figured out. We'll probably come down this way. Or back, yeah, we'll go back up to this. No, we'll go to this one first so I can grab this job. Then we'll go back around. Probably around this way and grab this one too. But first things first, this. Grab that. I don't know if there's going to be a way around that. Probably not. So I'll head back this way. I'm going to try going up this way. Oops. And then... actually, no. I want to go over there. Let's see if there's a way through there when we get to that. Okay. Where the fuck is the road? It's got to be straight ahead there somewhere. Just wondering what's the best way through here. Probably back that way, but whatever. We're committed. Yeah, I miss the country. Even though I was bored out of my tree most of the fucking time. This might have been a mistake. Or not. Actually, if we're coming back along this road, I could tow that truck a little ways. Nah, fuck it. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Mr. Indecision. You know what I really want to do, and I always forget to do it, is to go back out. I want to get out of the city at night when it's pitch black out. I went out, last time I was out, and I can't believe it's even been this long, was the late 90s. I was helping a guy move some stuff from outside the city, and yeah, it's you get out of the city and you look up and it's like, holy shit. I mean, you just take it for granted. I grew up out there and I just don't, you know, I used to take pictures of the northern lights and stuff, but back way a long time ago. But yeah, you get out there and it's like, holy shit, you can see so much. The city, you see a handful of stars and some of the planets, and that's because they're the brightest things in the sky, and that's it. You don't really see anything else. So yeah, one of the things I want to do, and like even tonight I could probably do it, but I'm probably not going to, is drive out of the city. Probably have to drive quite a ways to get to a nice dark area and just, you know, see the stars. It's been so long. I still can't believe it. It's been that long. I don't even know if that guy's still alive. He was an older dude. He was going to Nate the same time I was. Smart guy. He was getting hundreds on a lot of his stuff. He's a real smart guy, but he was kind of a druggie back in the day. He had pictures of super long hair and but yeah, he was a little older and a little rough life and stuff. So I don't know. That was It was a long time ago. Mid 90s. Early to mid 90s. So yeah, he could be long gone by now. You know, there's part of me, I see these old folks' homes, and sometimes I wonder if it would just be, if I just want to go out again, out to the country, and just find a nice spot and just pass away out there when I get to that age, instead of, I don't know, especially these days with the way things are, it's not good. The people, yeah, I don't know. I don't trust the medical establishment at all. I'm not saying they're bad people. Some of them definitely are. Definitely. And some of them, a lot of them, I think, are not. But the fact is, they're trained to be basically drug pushers and to see things a certain way that I don't believe is right, and to basically fight against anything that's opposite to what they've been taught. Take ivermectin. Like, oh, you can't use that. Oh my god, because some authority said it's bad. But it's like, yeah, but have you thought about, like, did you look in it for yourself or anything? No. And it's almost like they're scared when people question, is that going to go up this way? I was indeed. I guess because one of the other things, I was in high school, I almost broke the record for the highest mark in biology, and biology there was human biology, you know, genetics and how the body works and cells and all that stuff. I don't know why. It's just, I'm not like some genius or something. I'm not an idiot, but that stuff came really easy to me, like really, really easy. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. Come on, you stupid rocks. These tires just don't have grip on rocks. But yeah, I almost broke the record. I didn't study for the final, and I think I got a question wrong and ended up tying for that top mark ever. But so I'm just saying, I'm good at this stuff. I don't know why. But yeah, during the whole COVID thing and everything, I learned a lot. I mean, I deep dived into that stuff big time. And when you have scientists and doctors and morticians and some of these people are award-winning people in their fields, like award-winning people. They're coming out and they're saying, look, there's something wrong, this doesn't make sense, and they're backing it up with facts that make sense, and you can't find them anywhere. You have to really dig because they're being censored into oblivion. They have everything to lose, and a lot of them did. They lost their jobs, some of them lost their lives, and I know they were taken out. It's too coincidental. There's some interesting stuff. Because they were talking out about this stuff. And the establishment didn't want people to hear that or know that, so they blocked these people. And I mean, they have everything to lose, so why would they do that? And again, award-winning people, very smart. You hear them talk. They're not idiots. They're not kooks. They're far more believable to me than, okay, like Global News here had a fucking podiatrist. Well, they had this doctor, just a doctor, right? He's always talking on the news about, oh, take the vaccine, safe and effective, and all this. Wait a minute, why can't I gas up there? Does this not work? Oh, okay. And then you find out he's a fucking podiatrist, a foot doctor. And this is their expert that they're talking on the news all the time. It's like, and that's just one example of a ton. The people that were pro for this stuff got pats on the back, lots of money, opportunities, like they were superstars, right? Where you got the ones that talked out against it were shut down, lost their jobs. I mean, who are you going to believe? Somebody who's got everything to gain by saying, you know, whatever they're told to say, or somebody who doesn't, who's got everything to lose and who does? And that was just, and besides the fact, it just made sense, a lot of what they were saying. So anyway, yeah, I've lost a lot of faith in the medical industry. I do not trust them in the least. And again, it's not that I think they're all bad. I think a lot of them are just misled. And there's also a problem with people being smart. Like, you're perceived as being smart. Okay, so there's... Some people are very good at memorizing things, right? They're very good at, books. You read stuff, it sticks in your head, and they're very, very good at recall and all this. But they're not great at patterns, I guess. The intelligence side of it. They lack something. They can't see the truth, or they don't want to. And of course, some of them are just psychopathic douchebags who don't care about anything. And I know there was a lot of stories of doctors like that. There was a new nurse in New York. She had some interesting stories. Basically, that's the best way, probably up here. She knew this was wrong, and it was quite obvious, some of the stuff that was going on. And she brought up to some of these doctors. They didn't want to hear it. They basically told her, like, it doesn't matter, who cares, like, they're all about the money. They got so many dollars from the government. This was in the States, but it was happening all over every country. They got paid per patient who had COVID, who was diagnosed with COVID. And then deaths, you got even more. So if your hospital had a death from COVID, they would pay you. What the fuck? Fish farm. Oh, okay, up the road here. And so that's what I'm getting at. Like, some of these people are monsters, literal monsters. They don't care about anybody. All they care about is themselves and their money. I mean, everybody likes money. Everybody takes care of themselves. Number one's first, right? Can I get down there from here? In this direction, that is. What the hell am I driving over? Weird little spot. I mean, when I was a kid, I knew some people that, wanted to be doctors and stuff. And I think, their big thing was the money, not helping people. It's always the money. They want the doctor. They want to be the doctor who's getting all the money. Maybe the fame of being a doctor. Ooh, you're a doctor. Ooh, that kind of thing. And it's like, that's fine. That could be part of it, but they didn't care. I was really good at that medical shit, and I thought about it, but I hate sick people. Well, I don't hate them, but you know what I mean. I'm not a people person, big time, and well, that does. I am and I'm not. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm good with people. People know me, like me. I just don't go out of my way. I'm a private type deal. And maybe that has to do with growing up with just me and my brother on a farm. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't want to be involved with sick people. Plus, there's the responsibility, and I don't know if I can handle that. That would bother me a lot. There's stuff you can't do or can, and aren't allowed. And I'm glad I didn't after all this went down, because I would have known what's going on, and I would not have been comfortable with it, and I would have lost my job. Or been forced to comply and go along with this, injecting people with this whatever. Tons of information about that out there. Even back, like, I knew what was going on in 2019. At late 2019, I knew exactly what was going on. Maybe not exactly. I had a far better idea about it, what was going on, than most people, let's put it that way. And as it progressed, the details of what was happening became a lot clearer. Why would it say load? I have nowhere to load it. Oh, that's why. Alright. But, yeah. Yeah, I probably have never studied so hard on anything in my life, and I found out a lot about that whole scam. And it's still going on, the stuff. It's once you've seen it, you can't unsee it, and there's just so much that they're still doing, and it's a couple of families that are extremely rich, have been around for a long time. Families, groups, whatever you want to call it. They're extremely good at what they do. They're very psychopathic. They don't care about anyone. They basically want to rule everybody. They want to kill off the majority of the population of the planet, and I mean, like there's 8 billion of us. They want to kill off about 7.5 billion people, and they openly talk about this and have written about it, and there's videos. But you have to dig to find this stuff, and most people don't. And most people don't want to hear it. You tell them about it, and their eyes glaze over. They just get this look. They tune out. There's the comfortable lie, and then there's the truth, and the truth is fucking scary and disturbing. I don't know, like some of these guys that do this all the time, look into this stuff, I don't know how they can keep going. Like, it's just so, it's too much sometimes. You just gotta step back and take a break. I've got a friend who, he's a worrywart. He's one of those types, you know, that worries about stuff all the time. I don't know how he hasn't killed himself with worry, because yeah, he's always talking. He's talking about leaving Canada, but where to go. He's been looking at like Russia, Poland. Okay, must be one of the one of the missions. Interesting. But yeah, where do you go? It says there's something straight ahead. And I always kind of have to bring him back down. It's like, dude, just calm down. Like, he gives up. Sometimes he just totally gives up, and it's like, dude, just calm. Like, we're not there yet, and fuck these assholes. I'm not giving up. It sucks. It totally sucks when you know what's going on. It really sucks to be able to see what's happening, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Where's that other job that was over here? Oh, there's one. Big boat. Oh, that must be that boat that I need to bring to the other map. Let's see, is it gonna... Yeah. That looks like it might be tippy. The coastal frustration. Yeah, I grabbed that one already, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay, I think we got everything on this map pretty much. Okay, we're gonna leave him here for now. Yeah, sorry about that. Black pilling everybody. Let's see. Garage slots. Okay, the truck's doors. So I can't buy another truck, and I've only got the one bay, which is fine. I only ever use one anyway. And I don't usually buy vehicles. I do, but not always. Alright, so let's see. I want to go and tow that guy over here. So let's, he can do it. He's a scout technically. Let's see. What about this guy? He's gonna have a fuck of a time. I don't care. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, what the hell? Let's take him. Oh, we can customize. That's good. What do we got here? Oh, okay. We'll give him the maintainer add-on. And we've got a fuel thing over here, so we're good. I'm gonna go grab this truck. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh good, that's the one that's lit up right now. So we'll grab him, we'll tow him back here, and... Oops, fuck it, whatever. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna have fun. Does he have the... oh, he does too. Although now he's going to be like super tippy. Probably raising him up is not a good idea. It's funny, these there's this one and another one. They're kind of on the small side. Like they seem to me like scouts, but they're not. And yeah. They're not very good at getting anywhere. Like, this is the best wheels I can get on this thing, and the best motor, and the best everything, and here we are. Come on, you can do it. I knew this was going to be a mistake. So he's kind of useless. So what I use them for a lot is just bringing out, like, yeah, repair supplies or fuel. And then they'll just sit out wherever I have them, and until they run out of... Oh my god, seriously? Holy shit, this guy's terrible. Oh my god. I didn't realize it was going to be this much of a mistake. Whoops, wrong way. And sometimes it's better to go slower, because you go fast, it just sort of digs down really quick, and then you're fucked. Well, this is fun. I thought the road might be drier than, or sorry, the side of the road might be drier here, but apparently it's not. I'm glad I raised up the suspension. So I'm going to try and get him on the road. The road might be better. Come on, dude. Typical spot, too. Nothing to hang on to. Looks like that 49 Chev had handles just like that for the windows and the door. Oh, what's going on? We're moving. Yikes. Okay, so yeah. Note to self, stay on the road. I don't know if he's going to be able to tow that thing back. Well, maybe. He's also prone to tipping over. He's not a good vehicle. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and this was a really fucked up part, wasn't it? Oh, that scout had a hard time getting through here. This guy, well, let's go. Put on lock differential. There's a few trees around and stuff. Oh, really? Thank God for the winch. Definitely not towing this guy with this thing. We're gonna have to get something bigger. Let's see if we can't repair it. There we go. He's all... How much gas do we have? Huh. Deliver to Metalworks. Where's that? Oh, okay. Way over there. Should probably fix that road first. Gotta go through the marshes. What do we need for that? Service parts. Okay, service parts there and there. So this is probably where we want to get them. Okay. Let's bounce him back to the base. The base, whatever. Boof. Okay, what was it? One part? Service parts, one. Okay, so I just need a vehicle that has one. Let's see what we got here. None of these guys will. I don't know if he... Yeah, he might have a flat deck. Alright. What else we got here? What's this? Can I put that on and the flatbed? Yeah. This works too. It's a little better, it keeps things contained. If you're like going, you know, kind of on a steep hill sideways or something. But it does way more. You can see the power to weight there is the S, the red S. Where I think this won't... Oh, it does it too. Let's do the sideboard bed then. It's a weird setup. Alright, where are we going here? We're going down this way. I think we'll go around. This might be boggy here. It looks kind of wet. So get that, come back. Right? Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Might grab some fuel while I'm there. See if we can get through that mud pit with this thing. It's already spinning a bit. Where am I going? Oh, that was close. Cement barricade will bust a tire out really fast. Something's hard to tell if the lights are on. Yeah, that one's on. I bumped up the bright on the game too, like quite a bit, and it still seems, if it's dark for me, it must be really dark for you guys. This, I wouldn't think this would be too hard for this guy. And yeah, I know I sound young. I actually kind of look young too, ish. But I'm in my 50s. I won't say exactly where I am in there. I don't like giving out any personal information. Again, don't trust shit. But yeah, that's why I've been around a while. It's weird, because I can remember my grandfather on my mother's side was out visiting once. They lived down in Nova Scotia. I think they only came out maybe twice, ever, for a visit. And he was, I remember he was 50 or 50 something, and I remember thinking like he was old. Of course I was like 6 or 7 or something, I don't know. And I remember thinking 50 was old, and now I'm at 50. I also remember my mother telling me that the older you get, the faster time seems to go by, because I couldn't grow up fast enough, and I remember her telling me that enjoy it while you can because it goes by really fast. And this was also when I was a kid. She also told me when I was 5, and I don't remember exactly what was going on. I think I wanted to leave home. It was weird. I don't know if I just wanted to get out in the world or what my problem was, but I remember we had some kind of a conversation when I was 5, and she said something that stuck with me is I was 5 going on 40 because of some questions I was asking were just, yeah, I don't know. That always stuck with me. When I was 40, I remember thinking about it. I thought, yeah, now I'm 40 going on 5. I probably could get through there. Yeah, we'll go back to the road. Okay, I need service spare parts. Thank you. Just need the one. Yeah, when I was a kid, it was like, remember Battlestar Galactica would be on, the original, which I think is still better than the new one. So there's some good stuff in there. A lot of those old shows are pretty good. Buck Rogers, the first season, it was good. Second season, terrible. They really wrecked things in the second season. Some other guy took over production of the show, and it was, oh, you could say the same thing about Battlestar Galactica, actually. They had a, first season was great, second season, Well, it wasn't really I don't know. It came out a couple years later, I think, where they discover Earth and all this. It was the actors. A lot of the actors weren't the same. Some of them were, but I don't know. It was just the premise. A lot of it was just kind of dumb. It got dumbed down big time. It's kind of weird. It's like Hollywood. These types, they get in there. So you know, if there's, and I still see it today. You know, there'll be a show that's really good, right? Or even a video game, computer game. It's really good, and then these assholes will get in there and just fuck it right up. Take Halo. Like when Bungie was running things, Halo was awesome. 1, 2, and 3 were great. And then after that, it just got progressively worse. Look at Star Wars. Star Wars movies were great. You get Disney in there, and a lot of it's just crap. The Mandalorian was passable. Boba Fett was crap. A lot of the movies, later movies, are total crap. Star Trek, same thing. Look at that Academy. Oh my god, it was so bad. Like, it's just that's the pinnacle of stupid retardism. Of course, I stopped watching Discovery after I think the second episode. I just couldn't. It was so dumb. Mind-numbingly stupid and different, and like I don't know. It's like 12-year-olds are making these shows with a lot of money, because the visuals and stuff are always great. But the acting is bad. The stories are terrible. It's too much woke bullshit. Like they're more concerned about shoving that down your throat than they are about making decent shows. Sometimes you can kind of see where they're trying, like the Halo show recently. Sometimes even the Star Wars stuff, you can see there are people there that are still trying. Like there's a story there, but then there's this shit that's shoehorned in. I think I talked about this one before, but there's Castle Wolfenstein series. I mean, he's kind of like the Doom guy. You know, he's the super male guy. He's out there. He's killing monsters and zombies and whatever else, Nazis and stuff, and they totally pussified him. It was, I mean, totally. And on top of that, it's just garbage. Total fucking garbage. I guess, what is it? Can't remember. God of War? I never played the game, but I get it. Everybody's laughing about that now. Giant joke. Replace the main character with some woman. She's like sweeping, I don't know. Crimson Desert. Not as bad, but some of the jobs you have to do are so stupid. Cleaning chimneys and baking bread or something. It's like, for people. Ugh. Things have come down a lot. I mean, even the graphics. You know, mid-2000s games were really nice, even the early 2000s, looking-wise, right? Now, they are, but they aren't. They're full of this AI slop. And everything's kind of a blurry mess. They try to make it look realistic, but it's just, ugh. Because they're just cheating. They're using these cheats to get through and make things look good, but they're not. So they don't have to work as hard. It's just so much crap. Now let's see if we can get through here. Well, again, the trees will help us get through, I guess. Should have grabbed some fuel while I was there. Now, can he do it? Can he get through? He's doing it. I think I'm going to try towing this guy too, since I have to go in this direction anyway with him. And that truck there isn't very good, that Ford. It's one of the least useful vehicles in this game. I've used him. He's not terrible. He has no all-wheel drive, no locking differential. I think he's one of the only trucks that does that. They give him a ton of other options, but yeah, for as far as like getting through terrain like this, he is not good. He's good. He's a highway truck, but I mean, why even bother having it in the game? Oops. Does not need to be running his engine. Let's see, where are we going here? Here. What the hell? That is Plant's Workhorse. There we go. Oh, wait. Lay out my route. All right. Let's boogie. I should stop bitching about stuff. I'm playing a game. Should be enjoying myself. And I am. Oops. Let's see if we can get through here. Turn that back on. Lock them differentials. I know with the Jeep you could lock the front tires. It's not, well, I guess it was locking the differential. So there was high and low gear inside, but you couldn't put it into all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive from inside. You had to get out, and there were they call it locking hubs. You had to turn these things on the front wheels on the hubs to lock them in, so that it would be a four-wheel drive. And it was bad to have that on unless you needed it. Like if you were going to be on the highway or something, you definitely did not want that on because it would wreck the differential. So it was just something to keep in mind. You always had to have that turned off unless you were needed to go four-wheeling. Come on, dude. Get through that. All right. Actually, that Buick I was talking about, the 69 Buick, we had that, it was sitting outside for about 8 years, not being used. And I think, when was I? Somewhere between 14 and 16. I took part of that apart and got that running. It took a while. Well, I remember the neighbor's kid was over, one of my friends. It's about the same age. And I remember he was sitting in the back of it, and I was trying to start it again after, I don't know what else I'd done to it. and it coughed. It actually tried to start, and I was like, oh shit. Like we were just like, holy crap, it's gonna work. So I did so much work to that fucking thing. And yeah, it did start, and it blew a mouse nest out of the back. They must have climbed in there at some point in the 8 years and made a nest, maybe in the muffler, I don't know, but it blew that out. And yeah, I got it running, and I used to drive that thing all over the fucking place. The farm. And when the parents weren't home, sometimes, you know, down roads and stuff. I mean, it was out in the country. There's nobody out there. Yeah, they had a lot of trust in us. When I was 12, my brother was 10, my parents went on a trip down east to visit their parents, because my dad's parents were from New Brunswick and my mother's were from Nova Scotia. So I don't know which ones they were visiting, or both, or whatever, but they went for, I don't know, it was like at least 2 weeks. And they left us alone. I had a freezer full of food. My mom left a whole bunch of pre-made, you know, like TV dinners, I guess you could say she made. Pizzas and stuff. Plus we were good at making our own stuff. And some money. And I mean, I drove the truck into the city, into Edmonton, to get groceries. Oh, fuck, I can't believe. I don't think my mom was super comfortable leaving us. But, yeah. That was some fun. It wasn't a problem. We didn't have any issues at all. I mean, I could basically do anything that needed doing around the farm. I mean, I was running tractors and shit when I was 12, like baling hay and whatnot. But actually, I got one of the worst burns of my fucking life. I was out all day baling hay, which is an oddly satisfying job, by the way. They say a lot of those, like the big rig jobs and stuff, or not the big rig, but the big equipment jobs, like up in the oil fields and stuff, or the oil sands, are supposed to be some of the most satisfying jobs. But anyway, yeah, I remember that. I'm out there all day, and I came back, and I parked the tractor, and I got down and put my arms down. I was like, ah! They were just purple. Burnt. Like, super burnt. All day out in the sun. I didn't even know it until I got off the tractor and my arms touched my sides. Oh my god. Yeah. That was, besides getting burnt, that sunburn was the worst. I burnt part of my hand. I think it was my thumb when I was a little kid. We had a burn barrel on the farm, and for whatever fucking reason, it might have been 4 or 5, I grabbed the side or touched it or something, and it burnt my hand. And I remember that hurt a lot. Like a lot. I've electrocuted that same hand. We were running around and the house was being built, and I was coming around the corner and I grabbed the door, you know, you grab the jamb, and my thumb went right into the fucking light socket, which was open because it was being built. Oh, I gotta drag him over this. That's how it goes. In grade 6, I got another shock from a Christmas tree. A lot of the bulbs weren't working, and I was just good at that stuff. I always like fixing shit. So I'm fixing this thing, and I don't know. I guess it was plugged in, and I'm testing the lights right, and one of them shorted out something. I don't know. I remember my hand got buzzed, and I was like, oh, yeah, fuck. Yeah, lots of fun. Okay, there's the boat job. Let's open up some more roads first. Let's see, let's do this one over here. Coastal frustration. Medium logs and wood planks. Do I have to go to the other map to get that stuff? I'm thinking I am gonna have to. This is probably wood planks. Oh, medium logs. Oh, they're on a... No, they're not. Really? Usually medium logs are from the logging camp places, not a factory or... Yeah, that's kind of strange. Okay, so I need 1 medium log and 2 planks. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll grab a guy who's got 2 space for the wooden planks. I always like going down to the bottom here. These guys are the last vehicles I've used. Of course, it's mostly scouts because, you know, scouts suck. Okay, I'll take you. He's not bad. Sure. Oops. All right. Where do we want to go over there? Oh, I can see we're going to be going through that bog a lot, which is kind of annoying. Come back, oops, this way. Come all the way down the road here. Okay, it's a bit of a trip, but just starting off you get stuck. Jesus Christ. You can do it. And again, yeah, that scout just goes right through this like it's not there and everybody else has issues. Oh shit, I did it again. Should have stayed on the road. This grass is deceiving. It looks like it's better than the road, but it ain't. It ain't, whatever. For you Americans down there, I like my Hawaiian pizza. I don't know how anybody can not like it. It's good, it's tangy, it's yummy, it's salty. Pineapple's yummy. It's not like we're putting strawberries on a pizza, although I have had dessert pizzas and they were good. Come on, dude, you can do it. Should avoid the rocks, they can hold you up. Yeah, I think they need to give that little truck that I had earlier and the scouts a little more love as far as the ability to get through stuff, because they're kind of pointless otherwise. I mean, if you can't get through shit like this, even marginally, like it's... They're just... What's the point? This map does seem a little bit just because of these boggy areas, a little more difficult than the first map that you're on the BC area here. Alright, let's go. Can we go fast through here? Let's see. Probably not. Huh? Nope, we're getting bogged. Oh, come on, you can do it. If I was carrying something heavy, he'd be stuck. These guys came out with another game. Not Roadcraft, that one's, I've got that one, I haven't played it. I was gonna get all the way through this. And I bought MudRunner. I haven't played that yet either. That's the precursor to this game. There was another one, not that there's the dock game, it's kind of interesting. But another one that's similar to this, that people were saying they don't like because it's more about gas, like preserving your gas, getting around the map. And I could see how that could be frustrating. It's just it's a lot of traveling and trying to get to places with the gas that you have. I don't know, I guess some people would like that, but after reading the reviews I was like, yeah, I'm not really interested in that. That doesn't sound like my cup of tea either. I think they were saying the physics in that game too weren't as realistic. It was more arcadey. And this is kind of they've done a really good job. Really good job. The physics of it and everything. And some of the things too, like how it remembers your tracks in the mud. And because I've written a fair amount of code in my time, databases and what. I'm kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to computers. And yeah, the coding that goes into something like this, I find it interesting too. I've done some interesting stuff too. Like there was there's a game I haven't played it since I moved over here to Linux in 2020. Elite Dangerous. I was kind of into that because I played the original way back, Elite Frontier Elite, I think it was. It was a hell of a game back in the day. And Elite Dangerous is made by the same guys. And so I bought that, and I had a lot of fun playing it. But I got used to using this thing called Voice Attack with these, I think it's HSC voice packs. They have guys like William Shatner and whatnot that do voiceovers for your computer basically. So you can give it voice commands and it'll talk back to you, and it's very handy and kind of cool because there's a lot to do on your ship. So you know, when I'm flying, especially when you're in a fight or something, I don't want to be taking too much attention away from what I'm doing to raise and lower shields or balance power or whatever the hell needs to be done, right? Dropping chaff. And so you can tell the computer, you just talk to it, and it works, right? So when I went to Linux, I wanted to see if I could do, install that voice attack in Linux, and there was one guy that had some success. I followed his instructions and it didn't work worth shit. The problem with it, because you can run a lot of Windows apps in Linux. The problem with the voice attack is that it uses the voice recognition software in Windows, the operating system. So there was a way to kind of get that into Linux, but I just never had any luck with it. And I bugged them, and they basically said like there's no plans to do Linux because there wasn't enough people using it or something, and they're not interested in spending time on it. So for I kind of gave it up for a while, that game, and then I don't know, like a year or two ago, had some time. I don't know if I was on vacation or what, and then it kind of got into my head again, and I went looking again, and I thought, well, I could maybe make something myself, and I did, and it works. It works really good. So basically, it's written in Python, and I'm using there's a voice recognition thing that somebody else wrote, and I use that for the voice recognition part. But the way it works is, and I use the voice packs from the HSC dudes, because I have all that, right? I bought it, so it's just MP3 files, a bunch of them, for things that the computer will say. So what I do is I have a spreadsheet. I think it was a CSV file, and you have the voice command is the first column, and then the keystrokes or whatever it is you want the computer to do when you say that is the second column, and then the columns after that are I think I did up to 3 that you could do, so it'll randomly choose from the 3 columns after, and there was some other stuff I could do with that too, I can't remember, but making some more possible than others to say, more likely to say. But anyway, so I'll say like raise shields, and it'll see that command, look for it in the spreadsheet, run whatever it is I want to do that raises, it's the key command to raise the shields, and then the computer will say something, shields up or affirmative or whatever the hell. There's hundreds of things. Like it's really, yeah. So I got all that working, and it works really, really, really well. I was shocked. The voice recognition was really good. That guy did an awesome job. But it is a ton of work to go through and make that spreadsheet, and I kind of lost interest at that point, because then it became more of a Joe job instead of a, it was fun when I was making the code, trial and error, trying this, try that. And I get it working, and I haven't got back to it. I've still got it, but I haven't got back to it. I thought I should get that up online. It's all free, everything I was using. It's like a lot of Linux stuff. And I thought I could get that up there, and it doesn't just work on Linux. That'll work for anything. Because Python it works on other operating systems and stuff, and the spreadsheets and CSV files, whatever. Except maybe, I'm not sure about that guy's code for the voice recognition. I'm not sure if that would work on anything other than Linux. I didn't look into that. But yeah, it was kind of fun. It's fun getting it to work. I was just shocked that it actually did work, and that nobody else had done it, because there were other people on some of these sites looking for the same thing, and nobody can find it. Like, nobody has it. But yeah, maybe I should get back at it. There's always so many other things to do, more important things. All right, I'm gonna move him off to the side. Let's go get somebody who can get logs. The only thing I haven't done is play that game in multiplayer. No, I have done it actually, but it was some people they like fucking up other people. And you know, you spend a lot of time going around getting your shit working, and let's see, medium logs. That's what I want. Just to have some douchebag camp a common point where you come into a system and then pull you out of crews and attack you. And I think you lose your ship. I'm not sure. I can't really remember. I didn't want to lose my stuff, so I'm good at those flight sims, so I get out of those situations. I'm sure they were annoyed, but whatever. But then, yeah, that just kind of puts me off, and it's like, I don't want to be dealing with this. So, yeah, I never played that with multiplayer very much. Let's see. Gotta go back this way. Let's go down here. Okay, let's see if that works. Yeah, am I going over there? Okay. Oh, this guy's having a better time of it. Of course, he's one of these vehicles with all-time all-wheel drive and lock differential, so I don't have to worry about turning it on and off all the time. He's also got really good mud tires, and 8 of them. Carrying these logs is always a bit of pain. Yeah, let's stay out wide this time and not go into the... Yeah, it's better. The logs are always very, very tippy. I think, was this the one? One of these guys was really good on fuel consumption too. Oh, he was fast. And yeah, there's a, I think, is this the Tatra? It's one of the Tatra. That's the brand name. It's a Czechoslovakian company. And if you're thinking, oh, Eastern Europe, you know, bleh, you'd be surprised. I was surprised. Oops. Turned too quick. They have changed a lot. Like a lot. What the hell is... Something's bumping into me down here. What is this? Oh, that's my headphones. Okay. They make some really nice vehicles like this thing. And others like it. You can't buy them pretty much anywhere in the Western world. They're banned. Like, it's just... there's a company there that makes diesel passenger vehicles, like cars and stuff, and they look really good. Like, they're as good as anything you see. Like, they look really good. All the bells and whistles. Expensive as fuck too. But yeah, you can't buy them anywhere. Like, I always thought, like, if Alberta separates, we need to open up trade with places like Czechoslovakia, because wow, those guys have really jumped ahead. I mean, the only reason that they killed the diesel cars, like especially with VW and stuff there, was because they're so efficient. Diesel is a great fuel. You get really good gas mileage with it. It takes a lot less processing to make than gasoline. It's basically you're burning oil. Your engines last way longer because the fuel is an oil, right? So your pistons are getting oiled from both sides, unlike like a gas. They also have an extreme torque, so great pulling power and whatnot. And yeah, there's a guy in the States who built a car that gets, it was over 100 miles per gallon and on diesel, and the thing has the acceleration of a Dodge Viper. It's like 3 seconds, 0 to 60. And as soon as he did that, yeah, nobody wanted to talk to him. No company wants anything to do with him. The automotive magazines won't talk to him. Media won't talk to him. Like, he's just... And you gotta wonder, right? Why? I mean, fuck. Dude's got a super efficient car. Cheap to run, super powerful, fun. Yeah. And he's just starting. Like, he just got this thing figured. Like, he said he could get it probably even better fuel mileage and power out of it, given some time. But you know, it's one of those things. Like, it kills some industries, or well, I don't know. It doesn't really. They want people to use batteries, which all of these asshole elites own all the battery companies and the mines and stuff. It's a giant scam to get people to buy their product, basically, and to put the other stuff out of business. It has nothing to do with climate change or global warming or any of that bullshit. It's all about their money, their profit, control, and control. Control, because those electric cars, they have a lot of control over those. They can shut them down if they don't like that. That's happened already. People's cars have got shut down. There's some weird shit too, like those Teslas. And it's not just Tesla, but I remember hearing about this with Tesla. If you sell your Tesla and you have that, there's this $10,000 package you can get for self-driving. So you sell the car with that, right? And probably even used, it's probably expensive. And then so somebody buys it and they're like, okay, great, we get this self-driving thing. And it works for a couple of days and then it stops working because the title of the car changed, and that self-driving software is a licensed piece of software that only belongs to the person who bought it, not the car. It doesn't go with the car. So you buy that car, now you got to spend 10 grand to get that software re-enabled. Everything, you know, it's there, everything's there, it just doesn't work. They disable it. Like, there's so much bullshit going on. Some of the new, I think it was Beamers, BMWs, they have like seals over the engine where if you break it, you void warranty. So you can't change your own oil, you can't change your own headlights, you can't do anything. You got to bring it into the dealer and get it done, and it's all expensive. Everybody knows going to the dealer is expensive, and they're fucking us big time. It's rent to own. You want heated seats, you got to pay subscription for that. I don't. I got heated seats in my car. I'm never going to have to pay subscription for it. I own it. It's my car. They're just trying to soak us for every little bit of money they can. It's just so blatant and so slimy. John Deere tractors, same thing. They didn't want farmers working on their tractors, fixing stuff, which, you know, a lot of farmers are very, very mechanically inclined. Some of these guys, I knew there was a guy out there, he built 49 cockshut for us. We had it, and it was in pretty bad shape. And this guy, he just likes doing that. So he, for a case of beer, rebuilt the fucking thing. Like, he's got metalworking shop and everything, and he rebuilt parts, painted it. It was like brand fucking new for a case of beer. Oh God, Jack Alpa, he was a good dude. I think when we left, my dad left him the tractor because he liked that tractor. But yeah, but you know, they like to repair their own stuff. And when you're out in the field and you got a limited amount of time to get things done, you know, you don't want to be waiting for days for some service guy from John Deere to come out and fix whatever it is that needs fixing. And the software was a problem, but like I said, these guys are smart. Some of them are very smart, and some of them found a way around the software lockouts. You know, so they basically hack their tractors so they can get in there and do whatever they need to do. It's awesome. But yeah, like they're doing this. A bunch of slimy fucks. Just get as much as they can out of everybody. Okay, let's turn around. I'm not gonna bother filling up here. I don't think I need the fuel. But yeah, that seems to be the gist these days. That and poor quality. Was it the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, our stove, which we bought in 2010, 2014? Somewhere around there. Probably 2010. The oven would only get up to 275 and wouldn't go higher. So I was trying to figure out what the hell. And I narrowed it down to the control board. Had an issue. And my wife was like, well, let's just get a new stove. Because, you know, girls, they like new stuff. So we went looking, and it was extremely disappointing. The quality, just in the showrooms of these things, was terrible. Absolutely terrible compared to what we had. Just crap. Some of them weren't too bad. A lot of them were just crap. And then you look at the reviews, and it's like, wow. Mostly electrical issues with the electronics in them, right? Like the clocks were too fast or too slow, or just all kinds of things that break with the electronics. But there was other stuff too, hardware issues. Even the super expensive ones, you know, those stoves that cost like $25,000, like that's fucking crazy. They had issues, the same kind of issues. It was, I looked at so many stoves. So what I ended up doing, I found a place in town that services those control boards for all kinds of stoves. So I brought it there. The guy diagnosed it was a relay that had burnt out. He replaced it. It was like $90 total for the checkup and the fix. $90, and I got a stove that looks better. And that's true too. Like for the amount these stoves cost, a lot of them are just cheap. Really, the trim and stuff, it was just blech. This old, I think it's an LG that we've got here. Way better looking. And I mean, we keep it well maintained too. It's not like it's got like burn marks all over the top. Or no shit, that was close. Jeez. But yeah, it looks way better than pretty much anything we saw. And it's all I just replaced a few things. It's got 2 fans in it for the convection. One of them was seized, and the other one was kind of stiff, so I replaced those. I think in total I spent about $300 for parts, and I did a lot of that myself, and except for that circuit board. But I mean, I took it out and brought it in for that guy to fix, then stuck it back in. But yeah, it's like if you want quality, you gotta buy some used stuff these days. Like they're saying cars, you want 2015 or older. Anything newer than that, and you're buying problems and a lot of extra junk that you don't need and that's gonna break. Another thing that I've been kind of curious about is rust. Everybody's cars seem to be rusting. Like mine, I bought it new in 2001, and there's a thing underneath. I talked about this in one of the other videos. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but the dog bone, which is the lower engine mount, attaches the engine and transmission to the subframe. Keeps it from moving around when you're accelerating and stuff. And the original one lasted about 14 years. And I replaced it because I was replacing a lot of suspension parts at that time. And the bushings kind of wear out after a while, the rubber bushings. And let's get some gas while we're here. And I still have it. And other than the metal part of it being, you know, dirty, it's in fine shape. It's whatever. It just needs the rubber bushing replaced. I can replace that with rubber or polyurethane or something. I can buy bushings for that and do that. But at the time, yeah, I bought a new one from ECS Tuning. Same thing, it's aluminum, and it's powder coated and stuff, where mine wasn't, the original wasn't. But, so it should have lasted longer, but we're looking at, what, 12, 13 years later here, and my engine was doing weird shit, and it was because it was moving around, because that dog bone was totally disintegrated, almost totally disintegrated. It's just crap. And yeah, it's because of the shit they're putting on the roads. I don't know what it is, but it eats cars, and it was supposed to be better than the salt they used to use up here to, you know, keep the ice melted in winter, so you're not sliding around. Less corrosive or something, they said, but it is definitely the opposite. Because like I said, and the other thing, I drove my car less. In the first 14 years I drove more, because I drove to work every single day. At some point there, after, I started taking the bus more, bus and the train, and then COVID and stuff, and I only had to drive into work twice a week because they force us to, which is stupid. Because we, you know, spend money downtown. I don't even go out to eat, but whatever. So less use, and on top of everything else, and that dog bone is destroyed by corrosion. I gotta do my brakes here on my vacation for 2 weeks, and I'm planning to do my brakes. I'm gonna do everything: the carriers and rotors and pads. I replaced some of the lines already because they haven't been replaced ever. It's the original rubber, and probably getting a little squishy, old. You know, I don't want to be driving along and have my brakes blow out. So yeah, I did the lines, and now I'm going to do the rest of it. I got to get some of the parts powder coated. I was going to do that and I forgot. Hopefully the company that I'm going to go to, I've had them do it before. I'm hoping they can do it soon. They're not open on weekends, so I'll contact them tomorrow and we'll see. Get some stuff done. I'm going to do it all in red, I think. My car is a dark green. And I like the red contrast there. But yeah, so my brake pads, my rear brakes on the passenger side basically stuck on because they got jammed in there because the corrosion. There's a metal part that they slide on, the pads back and forth. You know, the piston pushes it down and kind of back and forth. It got stuck basically on, and I didn't realize. I've been driving around for a couple of months like that. I'm surprised it didn't start a fire or something. The rotor got a little warped. Oddly, not that bad. After I fixed it up, it sort of, I don't know, it shaved itself out. It's nice now, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to be replacing all of it. But yeah, and again, corrosion. I spray that oil on my car underneath. There's a special kind of oil you can get to prevent rust, and I'm doing that. I got the whole spray set up and the compressor and whatnot. It's just a pain in the ass to get under there to do it. I can't get the car very high off the ground. It'd be nice to have a lift, but I've got a quick jack, which I'm afraid to use now too, because my pinch welds are starting to get in a really bad way, so I'm going to have to get somebody to weld new ones in there. Other than that, it's not bad under there. Just a couple of spots that need some TLC. But yeah, it's just a constant battle, and a lot of people don't do what I do. And I mean, I see new cars, a car that's a year old with the fenders starting to rust out. And I realize some of that's because they're using, everything's cheap shit these days. But it is more than that. Because like I said, my car, I have good parts and stuff, and I'm having issues. And I've seen other older cars, which, you know, all of a sudden everybody's rusting away in the last few years. And I think that, I suspect, they're doing it on purpose. Just like everything else. Somebody in the government's been corrupted, and they brought this shit in to destroy the cars that exist, so everybody would be forced to buy the crappy electric shit. This feels like a place I might tip over. Nope, I think we're okay. We're not gonna tip anyway. But yeah, because, you know, they want everybody to move into their bullshit electric cars that they can totally control, and they're not safe, by the way. There are stories lately of people who have burned to death in their Teslas because the doors are all electrically controlled. There's no manual control. And there was some kind of issue with the electrical system, and they couldn't get out of the car. The batteries caught on fire, and they couldn't get out of the car. And if you've seen these things, when they catch on fire, they're like a bomb, like a blowtorch. It is fucking scary. Gasoline doesn't do that. Gasoline won't burn. It's the fumes that burn. So, you know, when you see in the movies, you know, the cars blow up and stuff, that's not real life. You gotta vaporize the engine, like the fuel tank, for something like that to happen. And diesel does not burn like that at all. We used to try and we had these big piles of trees, like when I said when my dad was clearing the land. And we were trying to light that on fire with diesel. So you'd pour some diesel on some of the wood, and you'd put a match there or whatever, and you'd hold it until your match went out. It would not light on fire. It takes a lot to get that diesel to light. And if you're curious, the way diesels work, the engines, it's compression. They squeeze it down to a point where it blows. It's kind of interesting how that works, but yeah. Okay, I wonder what, this probably needs a saddle high. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it looks like a high, yeah, that's probably a high saddle. Okay, I'm gonna get this guy out of the way. Let's get a guy with a... yeah, we'll take him down this road. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. Yeah. Alright, something big. We need something big. Oh, perfect. He's next on the list, and he's perfect for this job. Let's take the spare wheel, why not? Saddle high. There we go. Yeah, this guy's gonna be, he's one of the easy mode vehicles. So we'll see how this boat trip goes. And again, you can't buy stuff like this. Or at least not easily. I know that it would be super expensive, but it's still, it's like, buying something like this new is, I don't think anybody but like the military is allowed to do it. And that's the other thing, that Tatra company and a few others, they make stuff like this, but you can't buy it, but the military can. I think the US military buys some of their vehicles. But yeah, they keep the rest of us from doing it. I don't know why. Why is it any of their fucking business if somebody wants to buy something like this? Like, who gives a shit? like, fuck off. This thing's pretty good on the field, too. Oh wow, he's got a lot of fucking winch points, holy shit. Let's see if we can tip this over. Let's head back here a little bit. I guess you can pull back further, but only if you have a trailer attached. And then you pull back really far. Could winch it a bit, but oh shit. So where the hell is he tipping? Fuck, he is really tippy. More tippy than I was expecting. Like, what the fuck was he driving over? One rock? Oops. I was expecting to go left here for some reason. Hopefully I didn't turn that too tight. No, I think we're good. Thankfully this thing isn't that long. He's pretty loud. I'm pretty sure these power lines don't do anything. Okay, good. I wasn't 100% sure about that. I was like, oh, great, now I'm going to have to like turn around and find another way or something. Okay. He's pulling through. Which, given this area, is pretty impressive. A little bit wider. I guess I don't need to. We're good. Technically, I guess I should be doing this. Yeah, I'm kind of not looking forward to that brake job. Although, usually there's, when I'm doing stuff like that, there's bolts that are seized up pretty good, and it's always fun. I've never, well, I have had one snap. Actually no, that wasn't a snap, it was more of a rounded it off. My air intake manifold, I was trying to take that off, and it has aluminum bolts, and they were in there but good, and they're hard to get at, and yeah, what should have been an easy job turned into a nightmare, and it was like, fuck this shit. So I just brought it into a shop to have them deal with it. And then the nightmare got worse because they fucked it up. I don't know exactly what, but there was something in the something fell into the turbo, because when I was driving home, the turbo blew, like right out of the shop. It's just, ugh. Started smoking and acting funny, so I bring it right back, and the guy's like, oh yeah, it's probably just some oil and shit in there, just give it an Italian tune-up, just floor it. Yeah, if I'd done that, I knew it was wrong already. The impeller had been fucked, and it was eating oil from the engine. I just didn't realize how bad. I limped it home, because I wasn't going to leave it there anymore. I don't know, I didn't want to tow it, I don't know, I was in a mood. And I drove it a couple miles home, and it was spraying smoke out the back, and and I was very careful not to give it anything that would turn the turbo too much. Like I was limping it home. And I got home and I checked the oil and there was a teeny bit at the end of the dipstick. It's like it ate all of my engine oil because the oil goes through the bearing and the impeller there to keep it lubricated. And since that broke, the oil that was going in there was going right into the turbo, right into the engine, and out the exhaust pipe, and most of it went out the exhaust pipe. Yeah, I was not a happy camper with that job. That was the last time I went to that one shop. But it turned out good in the end. I bought a better turbo. That was the stock one. The new one is actually tougher, built better, and bigger than the one I had. And I did a whole bunch. I updated the exhaust system. I replaced that whole thing, and with a wider diameter one, and replaced the fuel injectors with bigger ones. I had to get the engine tuned. I had to change some of the sensors, like the mass airflow sensor. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna grab some fuel while I'm here. That thing measures how much air is flowing into the engine. Because I increased some things, I had to do that. And the guy that tuned my the software, or the firmware, I guess, whatever, Malone Tuning, he did an incredible job. I had to take readings and stuff and send it to him, and then he would tweak it, and tweaked it according to our height above sea level and all this other stuff, because that the air pressure is different, and or it was taken into account. Whoa, god damn it, what's going on here? I can't. Let's back it out here. Okay, that's better. That was weird. And yeah, with that tune, I mean, the thing doesn't even smoke. You know, diesels, right? You see these guys rolling coal. That's because they've done that on purpose to their engine to make it do that. So when you floor it, you get lots of smoke coming out, or it's just not tuned properly, because that's basically inefficient. A properly tuned diesel won't smoke, or very little. Like when I'm flooring it, it smokes a little bit, but not much. And it shows. I mean, I still get 60 miles per gallon, and on the highway, and about 43 in the city. And I drive fast, and I drive aggressive, and yeah, the horsepower was 90, and now it's somewhere between 150 and 170. And the torque is quite a bit higher too. I can't remember what that's supposed to be, but we're almost there. Almost out of this map anyway. Let's go. But, and that's the other nice thing about diesels. They are very upgradable. Very upgradable. I also changed the clutch to a race endurance clutch, and because they come with these, it's called a dual mass flywheel. The flywheel basically is multiple parts and has springs. It's supposed to absorb. Oh, okay, because the truck is there. Absorb some of the vibration from the diesel engine, but really, meh, it's not needed. Okay, so I just need to bring it there. That's not too bad. And I'll be replacing that too, actually. It's been about 14 years. And I think, because it was starting to slip in winter here, we had a hell of a storm. Well, it was, I had to drive up this hill, very, very steep hill, very steep, covered in snow. stop and go traffic. Lots of people were getting stuck. And I made it, but my clutch was burning. I could smell it. It seems okay now. I haven't had too much trouble with it, but just to be on the safe side, I bought, this time I had a stage 2 endurance clutch. And I think the one I bought, because I was looking at stage 4, but I'm pretty sure the one I got was a stage 3. So I bought that with all the parts and everything I'm going to need. I can do it myself. I'm not sure if I'm going to. It's kind of a two-man job. It's very awkward and heavy. I've seen guys do it online by themselves, but I just don't know. I don't have a lot of room under there, and I'm not crazy about laying on my back trying to use my arms in funny ways to hold really heavy shit up while I'm trying to take bolts, put them in, and you know what I mean? And some of that stuff's going to be lined up pretty good. So I'm debating having that done at maybe the dealer. There's a dealer here that's been decent. I don't know if they still are. There's been a few weird things lately. The guy that was running the shop has changed. I think it's a woman now. I'm not sure the quality is the same. It's still better. There's 2 VW shops in town, and the other one was a problem at the very start, and I think it probably still is. I'm not interested in going there for servicing at all. Southgate Volkswagen, yeah, they were great for sales, bad for service. Norden, yeah, Norden's the one on the north side there, and they're good. They've been good, so I'll probably get them to do it. I've tried other shops that had good reviews and stuff, and there's always something wrong. You know, I don't know what the hell it was. I had something done, and like within 2 days or something, I was having weird speed issues with the sensors, and it turns out they didn't connect. It's just a simple thing, right? Just when you're done, reconnect the wire that goes to the tire back into there's a place that mounts the wire, right? Keeps it secure. No, it's just loose, so every time I turned the wheel, my wheel was rubbing up against this wire and wearing through it until it broke, and then the system couldn't see the speed sensor anymore in that tire. And I was like, and that's just like every time, something little like that, causing problems that they fucked up, forgot to do right. There was one, I was driving away, they didn't tighten the hubs. So I'm driving out of the shop and it's like, it's grinding. I'm like, what the fuck is this now? So I either do it myself or I bring it into that one dealer. So I'm debating on doing the brakes. I'll probably do myself, but the clutch, I might have them do it. I'm never super comfortable having anybody else do the work on my car. Either one of them. We've got a... Alright. It's just my wife telling me that because I forgot at 1 a.m. I have the router does a reboot on Sunday nights and everything goes down, so that's about an hour from now. And I'm not usually up on Sunday nights, but because I'm on vacation I am right now, but normally I'm in bed by now because I get up at usually 3:45, get ready to go to work and stuff. So yeah, I would be in bed, and I'm always in bed at 1 a.m. on a Sunday night or Monday morning. This looks like it's going to be a fucked up turn. Might be able to do it here. Yeah, I think we're good. This thing turns nice and sharp. Jesus. That's nice. Love this vehicle. So yeah, I've got about an hour before the internet goes down. Debating backing that in there. I think I can just pull it right down. I'm assuming the whole thing's going to disappear. Just be careful here. There we go. Did they put it on the water anywhere? Is that it over there? Nope. I don't think that's it. It just disappeared. Okay, whatever. I should probably just bang this guy back to base. Because I mean, I'm right next to the other garage is like right there, right across. So either way, I can pop him into one of the garages. If I need him here, I mean, I just grab him from this garage. So. If I want him at the other one, if he's back. Ooh, then I can do that. Let's see here. Special cargo. Special cargo. Oh yeah, right. Let's see, there should be one for second garage. Here we go. Warehouse, truck store. Oh, this adds a whole bunch of shit. Alright, let's do this. Where's my mouse? There it is. So, vehicle spare parts. Wooden planks. And bricks. So one of each of these at 3 different spots. That takes 2, that takes 2, and that also takes 2. Okay, let's get this fixed here. Road artery. Maybe this too. What does this take? Not an obstacle. Vehicle service parts 1. Right down here. Alright, let's do that. Just to open up the... We'll do the 2 roads and then I'll do that other one. Alright, what do we got? One of these smaller guys could probably do yeah, he'll do. He's not a bad one. He's good. And he also has a 1 trailer. Wait a minute, what else do we got here? I'm not going to need that. Nope, that's good. So it's down here. I wonder if I can get through here. I'm going to try. Okay. So he's all-time all-wheel drive. Could go through there. So far so good. Kind of like the engine noise on this one. It's a little slow on the wheel turning though. Some of them are a lot more responsive to the when you turn in the wheel. This guy's a little slow. But I think he's got a decent turn radius. He's also got supplies, which is nice. I don't know if he's got repair supplies. He's definitely got gas. Let's find out. No, he's just fuel. That's fine. It's reasonably fast, too. Just gotta be careful, I don't want to flip him over or something. Yeah, he's so slow to turn. Jesus. To turn the wheels, that is. Okay, let's see how he does through the mud here. It's a little, but not too bad. Not bad. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, this is a fish farm. I see. I remember when we were filling up our dugout with fish. We had this big, I think like rain barrel sized barrel of like little baby fish. And fuck were they slippery. They was worse than a bar of soap. They were just trying to hang on to them. When some of them would, you know, they flipped out onto the ground and I'm trying to grab these little fuckers and it's just extremely slippery. They're sliding through your hands and bloop, 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 just squirting up in the air. I was like, Jesus Christ. Trying to catch little bastards and throw them in the water. Wait a minute, am I going the right way? I'm pretty sure I need to go back this way. Yeah, I could go the other way too, but we'll go this way. This works. And then we can get repairs at the, let's go wide this time. What the oh. Fucking rocks. Yeah, if you want to get going fast quicker, put it in high gear. You have to keep it in auto or low first. You have to be moving before you put it in high gear because it won't start from a stop. You'll damage the engine actually if you try and start it while it's stopped in high gear. But yeah, you get going a little bit, stick it in the high gear. It gets you up to about, I don't know, whatever like the second last gear or so is you have right away. And then you can go over to the the automatic, and get that little extra speed after that. So. I think we got bashed there on the way in. Doesn't matter, we're going to hit the service spot, we'll just drive through it. Yikes. He's actually fairly stable, he's been bouncing around a lot, but those tires are always doing that. These kind of balloony tires. Some of the vehicles are worse than others. The Bandit is really bouncy, like really, really bouncy. He's also very prone to tipping over. There's a trick with him too. He comes with a crane. You can remove it, but if you have it on him, it starts with the crane over the cab, and it keeps the back of the truck from tilting you know, different from the cab. So if the front or the rear of the vehicle starts to tip, the whole thing goes. So the way around that is you go into crane mode and move the crane so it's hanging out over the back of the vehicle, not the front. Out there for repair. Yeah. And we'll get some fuel while we're here. Yeah, this little guy did pretty good. Yeah, I think it's up that road, right? Yep. I should be tired. I got up early, but I had a nap in the middle of the day. I don't know what the fuck. I was just super fucking tired. Super fucking tired. About 2 or 3 or something. 2, I think. So I had a nap that turned into a bit of a snooze. Okay, let's bounce him back to the base. Okay, what do we got next? I want to do that other road. Road artery. There it is. Medium logs, that's it. Making these things easy. Do I still have that other guy, or did I move him back? Was it him? No, it was one of these Azovs. Yeah, there we go. Probably be quicker just to bounce him back, and the logs are way up there. Where's the mouse? There it is. So we're back to this again. All right. Full speed ahead. Let's get the fuck out of here. The only bad thing about this guy, he doesn't carry repair or fuel on him, which is kind of annoying. But he's pretty good on fuel. And I mean, we've got service stations and fuel stations on this map, so both maps of the BC thing here, so not too bad. Damn it, turn. See, go off the road here, and right away we're in the shit. Things turning so slow. Looks like this all reset. That's good. Make it a little easier to get through. That's the other thing. If you leave the map, like I must have changed to the other map at some point here, and then back, it resets like all the tracks and stuff in certain areas, unless like if I'd left a vehicle parked here or a trailer that I own or something, all the shit that I stirred up would have stayed. But if it's an area that doesn't have any of your equipment close by and you leave and come back, or you quit the game and come back in, all the muddy hole, like trenches and stuff that you've dug and stirred up, that all gets reset, so kind of good to know. Let's go, let's go. Looks like it might be, sun might be going down, I'm not sure. Does it say the time anywhere? No, it doesn't. I think on one of the other status screens it shows you time and stuff, but yeah. Bang. Huh. I really thought I was going to get engine damage there. That's interesting. These dips in the road, some maps, again, Armor I think was, it's just, they have some really nasty dips like that on some of the paved roads. You don't even need to be carrying something, you can drive through there and tip over. Yeah, this map is easy mode big time compared to that one. Of course, a lot of them are, I think. Let's stop and get some fuel. Actually, I think there's a service station up here to the right, too. I might want to stop in there just to get that done. Yeah, close. Oh no, it's over here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, it's way over here. Alright. Oh, screw that. If you want to see bouncy on balloon tires, tractors, fucking tractors are scary as shit. We had 2 tractors, and yeah, if I was ever taking them down the road, and you get them up to speed and you hit bumps, holy shit, that's scary. These are things that they don't have cabs, and there was no roll bars. I mean, there was a kid, I know, I don't know if it happened, I don't know when it happened. I think it was before my time, but I remember hearing a story about this kid that was like 12, and he was taking the tractor down the highway, I think. And he got a little too close to the shoulder and rolled it, and it rolled right over him. Squashed him like a bug, I guess. Not good. I mean, this is a story I heard. I don't know, maybe it's one of those things they tell you to kind of, you know, scare some sense into you so you don't do something stupid. I know with that Jeep I've been in some situations, holy, oh my god. That thing didn't have a roll bar either. I drove up over this big pile of dirt once. It was pretty fucking high. I'm not sure how high, 40, 50 feet in the air, and there was a thin trail over it. I don't know what it was, construction or something. Middle of the night, and I'm thinking, let's go over this thing. So it's going up this really steep side. It's like there's a road over the top, but it was thin, and I couldn't see what was going on up front because I couldn't see the road. It was that, you come up to the top and it's like, oh shit, you're just trusting. And on both sides of the vehicle, it was just a drop off into dark. And so I couldn't see the road. Did I just go the wrong way? Nope, we're good. That was scary, because if I'd gone off either side a little bit, oh yoy yoy. Then there was the time I was going down a road in winter and ended up sliding down the road sideways with the front wheels in one track, like the right or the left. I think it was the left side. It's the front tires were in the left track and the rears were in the right. I'm sliding down the road and then it just swung back around. Yeah, that was scary. It's weird, I don't actually remember being scared. My buddy though, he was because I was looking over his head and I had the wheel turned in his direction because that's the way we were sliding. And I was looking over his head because as soon as that happened, he went down with his head between his knees holding on to there was a handle there. Thinking we were gonna flip. I must have been terrified. I don't remember being terrified. I was just, you're in the zone. It was like, oh shit. So I just, yeah, doing what I needed to do to get us back. And it wasn't like I was doing anything stupid. It just, the Jeep was more narrow than most vehicles, so that, like here you see, like the road has this middle piece right between the two tracks. It was slightly wider than my wheel base, so I'm slightly riding in it, in the snow there, and then for whatever reason, whoop, the front of the truck went around, and the Jeep went around to the left, and the back went right, and for fuck's sakes. And we were sliding down the road sideways for a good distance too, at a good speed. We were doing 45-ish miles an hour, so it's at just about 75, 80 kilometers an hour. If my parents knew, oh my god. My mom would never let me go out again. As it was the very first day that I ever went out driving by myself that she knew about. When I was 16 and I got my license and I was going to a friend's place and she was like, you get home by 6. And I was like, okay. I'm like, whatever. And I was like 5 minutes later than 6 and she just about grounded me. She was so worried. Oh, fuck. I remember being annoyed. It was like, it's 5 fucking minutes. Like I wasn't like an hour or half hour late. 5 minutes. And you're freaking out. Like, that was the only time she ever did, though. I never had an issue after that. I mean, I drove around everywhere with that Jeep. Yeah. There was one time I got stuck in the rain, didn't have the roof, and I'm going down this highway. It was a 2-lane highway, and we were driving into the sun in the rain, so I got light shining off the road in my face. The whole windshield, front and back, is covered in this mist, so it's lit up too by the sun, and I can't see shit. And I'm wearing glasses too, right? So I got mist all over me from the rain, and so I'm basically almost blind, and I was following the dotted line along the side that I could see, because I don't have the top on, right? So I can just look down the side and I can see the dotted line on the road. Me and my brother, I'm driving along, and we're just, doing 50. There's a train following the side of the road, right? The tracks were right alongside, and we're just barely going past this train, so we're driving along. We get to the front, And the guy driving the train and another dude, they're just looking at us out the window as we're going by. It's fun, staring at us like. uh, couldn't see a damn thing. And wet. Although, you know, if you're ducked down behind the windshield, it wasn't as bad, but. Yeah, lots of fun. I bought a pair of aviator glasses and a leather coat I used to wear. Oh man, I probably look like such a goofball. I still have them, they're mirrored. Where was I? I just saw them the other day. That prescription's old as fuck. I bet you they don't work so good. What time is it? A half hour. This might be the last job I do tonight. I've got more juice in me, but I don't think I can. I got a lot of work to do in the morning or tomorrow. You know, you fucker. How close was I? That figures. Okay, are the logs still in? They are, sort of. So if I can get a truck alongside, I should be able to pull them upright. Do I have a truck in the area? Ah, well, see, there you go. This guy's gonna get some use after all. Unless he tips over too. All-wheel drive and differential lock, but he's got tires that aren't great. He's also a little on the low side. It's not very raised. Well, he's doing okay. Funny how often that happens too. It's like I'm just about at the end of a mission. Sometimes I am at the very end, and then some shit happens, and it's like, great, now I gotta spend extra time doing shit. Okay, he did okay. I think I'm heading in the right direction. Pretty sure I am. Come on, you can do it. Alright. Now we'll see if we can pull him upright and keep those 3 logs in there. I'm not going to have any grip here though. gonna be like that, are we? Oh. Come on. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. If I change the truck, is he going to let go? He probably will. This could be bad. Yeah, he looks like he's still kind of tilted a bit. Okay. Alright, it's not. Okay, I think we're good. Why is he still... Oh, fucking rocks. God damn it. That's what tipped me over to begin with, was the fucking rocks. Alright. Now we should be good. Awesome. Fuck you, rocks. Alright. Okay. Because if any one of those logs had fallen out, or it was even too far back, it wouldn't have packed them. I would have had to bring in a truck with a stupid crane, probably a logging crane, and it's a pain in the ass. Anyway. Okay, I'll leave him here. He might come in handy. And I think that is going to be it for me for tonight. Yeah. Alright. Alright, I'll probably be on again tomorrow. Not sure when. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys. See you guys then. Later.